what the girls want to know. What's the scoop? What's the tea? YouTube, it's your girl Jada Jonay, and I am back with another freaking video. And as you already see by the title, I have a long-awaited life update. It has been like months since I sat down and talked to y'all and really explained where my life is going, what's going on, what is my environment, all that. So today I am sitting down to talk to y'all before I go any further with any vlogs, any girl talk. First and foremost, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I know this video may be all over the place. You may not know what's going on. If you're returning, welcome back. But yeah, I'm not even gonna ramble too much. Y'all already know how these videos go. We finna catch up. Hottest question of it all, what the girls want to know: have you moved? When you moving? What is your living situation? If you didn't watch my life update from a couple of months ago when I first moved out of my apartment, you are going to be a little bit out of the loop. I'm going to try and summarize it here, but I would strongly suggest that you go and watch that video. My last place that I stayed at, I love the apartment, I love the look, I love the vibe, I love everything about it. I didn't like the workers there, and I didn't like my neighbors. I felt very uncomfortable nearly the whole time that I was living there. Used none of my amenities. I didn't go to the pool, I didn't go to the gym, I didn't go to the clubhouse. I just felt very not welcomed and unwanted there. There were several occurrences that happened over the time of my lease that I explained over in that video that just caused me to be uncomfortable. Okay, boom. Months before that, I had came to the decision that I want to try out a new city. I want to experience something a little different. So I was like, what better would it be than to just go check out Atlanta? I never really gave myself a fair shot of experiencing anything different. Even when I went away to school, I came right back. There were several factors that play a role into why I didn't want to stay there, but the biggest thing was I wasn't ready. And I feel like at this point in my life, I'm very mature. I'm very secure. I can't be closed-minded all my life and not give myself the opportunity to just try another life, a different lifestyle. I really, really want to try the city life and see exactly how that would feel for me. I'm necessarily a country girl, but I'm more of like a suburban type of chick. You know, like I'm from the suburbs. So I would definitely love to see what being in the city would bring. Me doing the same thing every day, taking the same road, seeing the same people every single day, it just expanded my mind. It just made me want more, basically. So over the course of me going to school, I slowly but surely just started wanting to branch off and just see what more life has to offer. And I'm not saying Atlanta. I know a lot of people be like, Atlanta, like that's not nothing, you know what I'm saying? But it will be a different experience for me. Just the environment. I feel like everybody out there working towards something, and it would just motivate me because I've been in Augusta all my life, and I feel like I said, I maxed out. Like I feel like I've reached my highest potential here, and it's just time for a new vision, a new environment, just to test it out. You never know unless you try. Initially, the thing, I knew I didn't want to renew my lease around maybe, I'll say like March or April. So with that said, y'all know I was in cosmetology school. So I pushed my date back severely further than where my original date was supposed to be. Trying to time my graduation up with my lease being up. That way, when my lease was up, I could just move straight to Atlanta. However, life of course didn't happen that way. I didn't end up graduating until October, late October at that, almost November. So the smartest thing, the only thing I could have done was move back home. Apartments that you are not renewing your lease months ahead. So I didn't know that I wasn't going to stick to my word and go to school every day and graduate early. I didn't know that. So by the time I had already told them that I wasn't going to renew my lease, I didn't have nowhere else to go. I could have, had I known, I would have done month to month. But even their month to month, y'all, their month to month was $500 on top of the rent. All the fees and stuff like that, my rent was like $2,100. So I was gonna be paying $2,600 to live in an apartment that A, I was barely even there because I was in school, and B, I wasn't comfortable. So it kind of worked out like, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go to my mom's house for a couple months until October when I graduate, and that's just what it's gonna be. October comes, I graduate, And I'm sure, like y'all know, in October, I was on the move. Early November, I was on the move. I was in Atlanta like every single weekend. I had a YouTube event. I went and celebrated my graduation. Like, I've just been back and forth for like that, almost that whole week. I had a trip coming up. So I just kind of had to make the decision, do I really want to move that early? And I knew that if I had moved, I didn't want to do Vlogmas because that would have been too much on me. I decided that I want to do Vlogmas. Y'all know Vlogmas is my thing. I absolutely love Vlogmas. I didn't do as well for Vlogmas this year because I did catch the flu. I was upset about it. I was looking forward to moving. I was like, that's going to be the next big thing. Come January, I applied to my #1 place that I wanted to live. There was one place that my friend had recommended me, and I had a couple of other places on my list which I haven't applied yet, and I'll tell y'all why. All of them being brand new high rises that I was like, oh yeah, those are gonna stay on my list. I want to live in one of those very, very soon. I don't know which one, but I do want to still check into those. #1 on my list, it was super like me. It was like cozy and condo, but it had really, really homey vibe. And I really, really just adored the floor plan. Square footage for what you pay for was immaculate. Way bigger than any other apartment that I had found in Atlanta. And so I was like, that's my #1. Caught it at a pretty decent deal, and then they had like this monthly special going on. I made sure that I dotted my I's, I crossed my T's. I know that I made October, November, December. I knew that once I got them bank statements, like I knew I was gonna be in the game. But I am forgetting that I am self-employed. I am not a regular W-2 type of worker. I don't get W-2s. I strictly get 1099. You're self-employed, and this is the part that they don't tell you on the back end, but I'm gonna be your big sister and be real with you. You're self-employed, you have to really, really pay closer attention to your finances. You have to delegate things very, very specifically to get what you want. You can make all the money in the world. I'm not gonna say that because there's ways around it. Oh yeah, I'm not rich. I don't know if that's the interpretation that y'all get from me, but I am not rich. I make significant amount of money for my age, and I'm very blessed of that, but I am not rich. I have savings. I applied to this apartment, which was my #1. I had watched this apartment so closely, and I was like, let me get it. The only thing I didn't like, it was on a lower floor. It was like on the 3rd or 4th floor. But I was like, I'm still gonna sacrifice that, and I'm still gonna try and apply just to see what happens. I turn in my documentation, all my info, this and this and that. So most apartments now, well, most apartments in Atlanta, they go through a third party. Approved Shield, Snap, those are the people who actually verify your income, make sure that you're making what you say you're making. It don't matter what you got coming into your bank account when you're self-employed. You either have to have this big lump sum sitting or your taxes. And they're not looking, they don't care about how much you made. They want to know what's at the end of that. What's your taxable income? I know most influencers or self-employed people, the way that they do their taxes is they write off everything that applies to their business. In theory, that looks great because it's like everything that I use is income. Literally, everything that I use is income. My car, my place, the light. Every single everlasting thing in my life is income. My lifestyle is my job, basically. For example, say I do hair. Say I made $20 for the year. But out of those $20, I use maybe $16 to pay for combs and hair supplies and all the things that I need. So if I made $20, but I spent $16 on what I needed to make that, technically, the only thing that they're gonna tax is what I made, which is the $4 that's left over. When you do your taxes that way, it helps you not have to really pay the government that much, but it kind of hurts you, whether you're looking for a house, an apartment, which I'm gonna get into the apartments because that apartment, I'm gonna get into that. Taxes are a big thing, and I am looking to get a financial advisor because it's extremely hard for me to be able to manage my finances myself. I'm not around nobody who is technically like self-employed or have their own business. We have nobody to talk to about these type of things. A trustworthy financial advisor, so they can help me with taxes, they can help me budget and all of these different things. Not the wrong way, but I know that there's a better way to do them. The situation is very, very complicated. I applied to the apartment, I submitted my bank statements, and then this is kind of how they get you, which is kind of weird because they wait till they take your money and then they tell you what's really qualified. Our last place is they gave us a paper literally that gave us the rundown of like the requirements for self-employment. If you're gonna submit just your bank account and you got a ton of money, just want to get approved, they got that. They got if you're a regular working citizen, if you're gonna go joint, like they have all that on there before you even pay for the application. But this apartment, no, I didn't know none of this until I already had paid them $1,200 and something. So I submitted my tax documents, I submitted my bank statements, because that's what I thought, you know, was going on. After I got into the third party system that they go through, I started reading through it. After I had already uploaded my documents, I started reading through it, and I'm like, wait a minute. They're not gonna accept me because they go off of your AGI. So if you don't know what your AGI is, your adjusted gross income. When your AGI is lower, depending on how low it goes, you no longer qualify for the 3 times the rent threshold. I heard about it, I was like, oh, they're not gonna approve me. I kind of already got that in my mindset. So I had already trained my mind to be like, yeah, I'm gonna take this L, it is what it is. 2 or 3 days went by after I applied, and I remember it was like a Thursday or a Friday. I got an email and it was like, you've been accepted. Your application was accepted. I've been trying to call you. Mind you, I hadn't got no calls, but I had my phone on D&D. I already convinced myself that I wasn't going to get approved. So I basically like shut down. I was upset, I was crying, I put my phone on D&D. But you know, that's just me. I was upset for the moment. So when I got this email, my heart started literally like beating out of my chest, because I was like, okay, maybe there's a way for the actual apartment to go over what the third party has said. And so I'm like, I got it, like what the hell? So I tell her like, what's the best number for me to call you at? And she like, I like call her and we're talking about a move out date. I was literally supposed to move January 22nd. I was supposed to go and get my keys. And we're talking about a move out day, and we're just like, I'm so excited. She's like, well, congratulations again. See you then or whatever. Like, I'll see you that Monday. Well, she said, I'm gonna send you a welcome letter in a couple minutes to an hour. It goes on, I never got the welcome letter. So I'm just kind of concerned. I'm like kind of freaking out because I'm like, why she didn't send the welcome letter? Fast forward to later on that night, I got an email from the third party company. This is not associated with the apartment. This is just who they go through. I got an email from the third party and they're requesting more information. And I'm like, hey, I don't got nothing else to give y'all. I done gave y'all my taxes. I done gave y'all my bank statements. I have nothing. And so I didn't even respond because it was like, shoot, I gave them everything I had. So it's like, I don't have nothing else to show you. So then came back, they didn't even want to accept my bank statements. So y'all, these people wanted me to log into my bank account through them, give them access to my account with my login and all of this stuff. Personally, it just seems a little invasive for a rental property, an apartment. This is the type of stuff that you go through when you're buying a home. Buying a home, they really care about like what's in your account, can you cover closing fees and yada yada yada. Why are you trying to get into my bank account to see, like, I sent you the bank statements. I have no reason to forge or do anything like that, but for them to want to get into my bank account is insane. Like, that's beyond crazy. So I knew that I had nothing left to give to them. So I was just kind of crossing my fingers and hoping like maybe they some way bypassed it, because I checked all the boxes for the bank statements and just, you know, was whatever. So of Martin Luther King Day coming up. So I was panicking that entire weekend, y'all. I had emailed her that following morning after I got the email about needing more documents, and I told her like, I already get accepted, like you called me, we talked, we scheduled a move out date, so what exactly is the issue now? I didn't hear back from her, y'all, for like 3 days, and I was panicking because you think you're approved. I didn't set out a move out date, I didn't book the U-Haul, and now I'm like, well, maybe I didn't get it. So my heart is just crushed. Like that Tuesday or that Wednesday, I got an email, but not from her. It was from like a higher up. Our third party is requesting more information. I basically told him, I talked to somebody else and they told me I was approved. We didn't set up a move out date and all. Like, oh, she's new, our leasing agent team. And so you pass the background check and blah, 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 blah. But it's 2 steps. And so I'm like, it's either I'm approved or I'm not. Like, that just didn't make sense to me. So basically, I took that as a deny. So I just told him straight up, like, he kept telling me, like, you can send this, you can send that. I just told him, I sent them everything I'm gonna send them that I'm comfortable sending them. If that's the case, you can just send me back my deposit, which I still have not received my deposit back, of $700. If I paid $700 for a unit that I am not occupying, I think that should be coming back. But yeah, so I was like, y'all can just send me my deposit back and just don't worry about it, because I feel like that's very invasive. And at this point, I might as well be saving up to buy a house. At this point, if I gotta really up here do my taxes, like for real, as well invest in a house. So yeah, that was the situation. I really haven't talked to them back and forth. Last thing I told them was I just want to withdraw my application. And he was like, no, let me talk to them and yada, yada, yada. Can you submit this? Can you submit that? I was like, listen, y'all didn't stress me out enough. Y'all didn't run my blood pressure up, had me depressed, crying. I just can't do it. That was a mouthful. With all that said, in the midst of this, I am thinking about what my next steps are, because I feel like if this is how it went with this first apartment, which was a very luxury apartment, I can only imagine how it will go with any other apartment. And I just want to be honest, like, that's where I want to be. That is what I want. I don't want to settle. I very easily know I can go through a private owner and, you know, rent through that, like a townhome, or rent a home, some way like that. But I really, really want the luxury high-rise experience. And if I'm gonna get that, I just have to work a little bit harder for that. It's either that or I'm gonna settle. Myself like, Jada, what is it that you are the most comfortable doing? What is gonna make it more easy for you? Y'all have to understand that I have literally put my life on hold, anticipating this move, hoping that, oh, in a couple, like in January, I'm gonna have my new place. That's gonna be content, decorate, a moving vlog, apartment, shopping. Like, I was just anticipating this, and for it to go crashing down in that way after I had spent over $1,000, I just was like, I could keep applying and keep looking, but there's no point in me investing money into applying for apartments if I'm gonna get denied. If this is and everybody's saying it, it's all over TikTok. These third-party companies, this is their rules, this is what they go by. So if I know this is what I'm gonna come out with, why would I set myself up? So my poor little Sony keeps running hot, so we just gonna let her take a little cool off break. I just switched over to my M50. I don't have time for her to cool down, so if y'all notice the quality difference or the camera changes, that's why. I am a firm believer in I can't sit and dwell. I have to make something work. I got to figure out what my next steps are. I have to get something in motion. So it was either I keep looking or I take a break. Everything has been surrounding this move. I put all my stuff in storage. Every single thing I own in storage, y'all. I'm grateful enough to have been able to come home, but I was extremely uncomfortable in this guest room. And I had moved a couple of my things out of storage. I had like a couple shoes, bags, and stuff like that. But that room was super duper small. So I was itching to move. I was like, I have to get out of here. I'm gonna freak out. Even like I had my little room that I was recorded in. but it just wasn't me. It wasn't set up the way I wanted it to be set up. It didn't have my stuff in it. The closet was small. I was just in a small, tiny space. That room was even smaller than my room at my mom's old house. I didn't really record when I was at home, or I was never at home. I haven't been at home. If y'all notice, I've been out and about a lot more than I've ever been. One thing I love to do is be at home, because I have created this environment and this lifestyle for myself that my home is my sanctuary. I've been living on my own since I was 19 years old. So I have basically curated my own comfortable living situation. So coming back and not really knowing, I knew it was temporary, so I didn't want to get too comfortable. I didn't move my stuff out of boxes, but I was literally living like out of a suitcase, of out of boxes and out of my storage. And so this is me being really honest with y'all. Like, it was taking a toll on me, and I won't say like I was depressed, but I was literally feeling very, very bad. Like, it just wasn't comfortable. It wasn't a comfortable feeling. I did not like being home. Really, really strong grown-up decision. And y'all know me, I'm very impulsive. I do things. I said I'm gonna move. That is what I said. I said I'm moving to Atlanta one way or another. But I had to sit down and like be real with myself and know, if I move to Atlanta right now, it's not gonna be exactly what I want. Either it's gonna be some not janky apartment, because I talked to several apartments that are nice, and their requirements are a little bit different, that I knew that I would, you know, kind of make it. But I want what I want. Y'all gotta know me. Like, I want what I want. I have the vision. And it's like, I just had to tell myself, not right now. I have a lot of pride, because I feel like you know, like, I moved out very young. It's just like, I always said, once I'm out, I'm never going back. That was my thing. Once I'm out, I'm never going back. And like, I want to keep reiterating to y'all, nothing is wrong. Like, financially, I'm not, you know, struggling, like nothing like that. More so the requirements. And that situation kind of made me think, like, should I be trying to find a house? I feel like it slowed me down to really figure out what it is I want to do. So I had to be honest with myself and just tell myself to wait. It was either I didn't get exactly what I want, I kind of cut down on some of the things I want, my requirements for a place, or I go there and I risk me having to move. And I did say, wherever I do move, I want to be there for at least 2 years. I am so burnt out on moving. I moved every single year for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just burnt out on moving. I know the next place that I stay, I want to stay for at least 16 months, 18 months. Like, I want to sign a long-term lease, because I am so tired of moving. I even if I don't like it, once I'm in there and good and in there, I want to sign a long-term lease. So with that being said, I kind of have to take my time and really vet out these places, take my time and get myself together, because yeah, I was gonna move, but I wanted new furniture. I wanted everything new. And it's like, I had to be realistic. Like, I was gonna spend so much money moving, buying new things, doing this, doing that, to the point where I wasn't gonna be broke. No, but I was definitely going to have to be working to, you know, reimburse myself for when I'm gonna be done spent. But the type of furniture I buy, it do not be cheap. Stick with myself and just say, like, I know I have this image, this look, and yada yada yada. Like, I have this idea in my mind of how my life is. It's something about living on your own that is just completely unmatched. That is the most peace I have ever experienced in my life, and I cannot wait till I get it back. Not only am I saving so much more money. See, like, is this impulsive me wanting to move to Atlanta? Like, is this where I want to be for real? Or is it just because I'm tired of Augusta and I'm bored of the people and the environment? Like, what exactly it is that I want? So it's giving me more time to think about that. In the midst of this though, y'all still thinking like I'm in the room. I'm trying to figure out, so if I do stay, there has to be a change. I can't stay in this box. Like, I gotta get out. I gotta decorate. I have to make myself at home. I haven't made myself at home while I've been here. It's literally like like I told y'all, this is my dorm, this is my hotel room. So my stepdad had his man cave upstairs. It's a very big room, and it's literally like 2 rooms in one. And so I was thinking, I was like, my sister's room is big and my stepdad has that room upstairs that is big. My sister's not really home, so I could trade rooms with her if she was up for it, or if my stepdad was down for it, I could trade rooms with him. And so I was so scared to ask him about it, because you know, like how men are, they have their room, and you know what I'm saying, like it's their house. I don't want to come and feel like I'm just this intruder taking over the house, and then I'm gonna be gone in a couple months. So I didn't really want to try to make that call, but I have been itching for a space that I can just be creative and I can feel some type of peace. Bright lights. That room I was in downstairs, it had no natural light at all. It had like one little window, and it was on the side of the house. So y'all, was in there fighting for my life. Like, it was just, it's dark and literally a box. So I ended up like talking to my mom about it. I was like, I kind of want to ask him, can we trade rooms? Because I kind of want to get my vanity. Like, I can't work properly. If I have pictures of what I was working with for the past couple of months, I'll show y'all my setup. Like my little travel vanity, and then I had like this stand, this rolling cart, and I would sit it up on there and I would do my hair in that little mirror. And that's just not what I'm used to. I'm going to show y'all my vanity, but this is what I'm used to. Used to a certain setup, certain type of lighting in my place, and just, I don't know. So I asked him, and I was like, after I told my mom, because I was still on the fence of whether I was going to keep looking or if I just wanted to settle down and wait a few more months. I was very in the middle, because I'm like, I told everybody I'm going to do a moving series. I'm moving. They going to be like, what? Like, they going to think this. They going to think that. And I got to get out my mind of thinking about what y'all are going to think. I care what y'all think. But when it comes to something like that, y'all don't love me because of what I have or where I'm at. Y'all love me because I'm me. And I have to start thinking about that. I'm going to get to that later. The need to feel to perform, that's a whole nother topic. But, yeah, so I asked my stepdad. I don't know how you would feel about it or if you would be up for it. But I think I'm going to be sticking around just a little bit longer. Not that long, but a little bit longer. And I really want to make myself comfortable. I want to bring some of my stuff out of storage. In order for me to do that, I'm going to need a bigger space. So I was just like, I was wondering if I could maybe switch rooms with you. Like, get the man cave and, you know, put my stuff up there. And you come down here. Because he wasn't even in the man cave for real either. He drives trucks, so he's not really home a lot. And he wasn't really... he didn't really utilize that room aside from just like the closet. So he basically said, yeah, he had the best answer ever. I don't even know why I was scared. He was like, yeah, like, you can have it. I don't even be in there. So that was like a huge weight off my shoulders. And I immediately got to looking for stuff. I was like, okay, I don't have to furnish my whole place, but there are a couple of things that I wanted to buy. So like, I bought a new dresser, I bought a new vanity desk, and I bought a new bed. And so this is all stuff that I'm going to take with me when I move, of course. But I was like, okay, so instead of me spending tens of thousands of dollars at once, I can go ahead and buy the little stuff. And then when I move, that'll take some weight off my shoulders too. Because I already had the money put up for the place. I've just been spending a lot at once. And so, because y'all know me, I'm the type, I want to get everything at one time. So immediately I ordered a new bed, I ordered my vanity desk, I ordered my dresser. I was so excited, and that was the happiest feeling that I've had in a minute, because I just felt like I didn't have a home. Like I didn't even really call this home, because it didn't feel like home. So we ended up in the time like when we were gonna switch the room, and y'all know, like, I have my setup, I have my name sign up. This is me. This is what motivates me. I wake up every morning, I see my name, I see my vanity. That's gonna make me want to get up and get dressed and get cute and film videos. You know, I wasn't feeling like that before. So yeah, so after he said yes, that was basically the thing. I basically told him like 6-7 months, maybe less. I really want to move like around my birthday, but it'll just kind of vary. It may be the end of the summer. It may be, I don't know. I just know that right now I'm comfortable, and that's all that I've been trying to achieve is comfort. Some level of comfort, some level of peace. This is like my own little sanctuary. That are asking, have I moved? No, I have not moved in theory, but I have moved to a new room. I still plan on moving. I still plan on doing moving content whenever that time comes, but I am learning to be patient. I learned that whenever I push for something, it never goes the way that I want it to go. If you have to force something, if you have to try really, and I'm not saying like you don't have to work for things, but if in a way you have to force it, that means it's not time. And I've learned my lesson every single time I try to go around God's timing. I am the one who literally faces the consequences for it. So I'm learning to just stop focusing on those types of things and just, you know, appreciating what I have right now in the moment, and letting whatever that's meant to come to me come when it's meant to come, and knowing full proof that everything is going to happen the way it's going to happen, because I went into that situation unsure, and lo and behold, it fell through. So yeah, with that being said, like, I kind of had this thing of like, oh, I'm ashamed, I'm at my mama's house. But no, I've been paying bills since I was 18 years old. Literally, I paid out-of-pocket tuition when I went to Clayton State. So you might as well say I was paying rent then. And that's not to say that I don't still pay bills. Y'all would think I'm saving, but honestly, I got a new bill every month. Y'all, I just had to buy, I'm tired of being an adult. That's what it is. I just had to buy a new car warranty. Do y'all know how much that car warranty cost? Thousands of dollars. I said, oh no, add it to the other list of bills, because what? There's, y'all, my car note, like all my car expenses alone is literally like a rent or a mortgage. I swear to God. I can straight me down right now. My car insurance, my car note, plus my car warranty is literally a rent and mortgage on its own. And it's so ridiculous. I know for this lifestyle, and I'm blessed enough to be able to afford it. So hey, it is what it is. But I didn't know stuff like that matter. I thought when you bought the car and the warranty come with it, it was like forever. I don't know, but no, apparently not. So yes, that is my living situation. I'm very happy about how my room has came together. I love it. I'm gonna show y'all a little bit of it maybe at the end of this video, but I just love it. I feel like it came together so cute. I've been filming, I've been on live, I've just been happy. Like, it's just so zen, and it's so me. And I'm not gonna get comfortable though. Don't think I'm comfortable, because it's a lot of people that live in this house. It's 4 other people that live in this house. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not gonna say time frames and stuff like that. This is still very temporary. It's the biggest thing of my life right now. Like, that was just been the biggest predicament that I've been in. So talking about moving again, I don't know if I want to buy a home or if I want to an apartment. I'm really pushing more towards an apartment just so I can see where I want to be. I don't think I want to buy a home in Atlanta. I think if I do purchase a home, it'll be in Evans, Augusta, somewhere up in there. Atlanta is not really somewhere that I would want to really settle. I feel like I would want to get there, kind of grind, see where I go with it, but I don't know if I would necessarily settle. And I have this thing as well where I want my grandma to move with me. I want to buy a home and literally get her own little suite and have her not have to worry about anything else for the rest of her life. That's just like something that I want to do for her. It's a lot of factors that play a role into that, but that's something that I want to do for her, and that's something that I really want to make happen eventually. But before I do that, I do need to kind of get my experience even more like the fast life, if that makes sense. I'm also considering, before I just throw myself out there and move, Airbnb in the city and then stay there like a resident and see how I like it. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about that too. Just up in the air. If I do that, that'll be in the summertime. But I definitely want to start, you know, looking maybe possibly around my birthday. Maybe that'll be like my birthday gift to myself. I don't know. That's kind of what I've been dealing with all January, February. If I'm being honest, that's why I haven't been the most consistent. My stepdad works a lot, so it took us a while to actually get the room swapped out. So I was really waiting to do this video when I had my setup. So we kind of had to wait on him to, you know, get everything together. Back in, I'm better. Ha! I want you bad as ever. So another thing that I get a lot of questions about is cosmetology school, what I plan on doing with that, and yada 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 yada. I don't have my life fully planned out. I don't have it together. I am still searching for what it is that I want to do. Multiple talents, I have multiple gifts, and there's so many different things and ways that my life can go. Have I taken my boards yet? No. I need to go to Kenneth Schuler and sign up for my boards because I haven't even signed up yet. So I plan on tackling that next week. But I don't know exactly what it is that I want to do with my cosmetology license. I want to service people for some time at least to see exactly how I like it. I did it before, but I wasn't charging people. I do believe like I learned a lot from that experience, to the point now that I will charge people once I do it. I am thinking about maybe when I do move to Atlanta, that's probably when I'll start utilizing it. I want to offer luxury services. I want to bring back traditional hair salon etiquette. Should that be what it is? I grew up in a hair salon. There's a certain standard that I expect when I go and get my hair done. It's what I'm used to. I literally started probably getting my hair done at 5 or 6, under the dryer, shampoo, relax. Like I was literally getting my hair done at the salon, and it was a great experience every single time. So I kind of want to, there's this thing that I kind of just want to just offer a very luxury service, a luxurious service. Even when I had like my little suite downstairs, I had snacks, water, TV, music. Like I want it to be an experience. So in order for me to curate that experience, I'm gonna have to take my time with that and fully delegate a specific part of my life to that. And right now I'm just not ready, if that makes sense. I definitely plan on doing it eventually, but I have to figure out where I'm about to be, like where I'm gonna start taking clients at. Am I going to be in Augusta? Am I going to be in Atlanta? Before I just really set up shop. So as soon as, and I did say I don't want to do hair until I get my license too. So once I get my license and I figure out, you know, where I'm moving and where I'm going to be, I'll start looking for salons and maybe a suite possibly, and then figuring out exactly what it is that I want to do with that. But right now, hair isn't like my biggest priority. My biggest priority right now is content creation. Now y'all about to see my face more than ever. I want y'all to know that anything that happens in my life, I make sure that I tell y'all. So whether I move, whether I pass my cosmetology test, whether I take it and don't pass and have to take it again, whether I get a boy, y'all are gonna know. Y'all are gonna know. I make sure I tell y'all everything. Y'all gonna know everything. So never think that I'm leaving y'all out of the loop. Almost as soon as things happen, I tell y'all. So just know that if I haven't told you yet, it's coming. Have I lost weight? So I've noticed a lot of like commentation on my weight and all of that. We'll kind of talk about that very briefly. So have I lost weight? Really I haven't, because the last time I went to the doctor, I weighed the same that I've been weighed. My face has slimmed down a bit. I don't know where it came from, but I have seen it the most in my face. Maybe because I've been stressing. I have lost a bit of weight. If I'm being 100% honest, I haven't done anything to lose weight. I haven't been eating right. I haven't been working out. I haven't done anything. It just has kind of just dropped off of me a little bit. I'm about to actually take the initiative. So I'm about to start dieting. I'm about to start working out as well, doing the workout daily workout. So I haven't really done anything. If y'all want any tips or anything, I don't have any for you. But what I will be implementing in my content is my fitness journey, so you guys can see the progress. I really do want to kind of by my birthday, so I really gotta get on it, because I've been slacking. I have really been slacking. Weigh anything less. I weigh the same. I weigh like 170 something, but I don't know. My goal is to lose like 30 pounds. I'm like 170. I want to be like 140. I think 140 will be a nice little weight for me. I'm 5'1". When I was 140, y'all gotta think about, I'm kind of built. Like, I got chest, I got chest. So like maybe like 155. You know, I don't want to be too small. Like, I don't want to get too thin. So I guess we'll figure it out. I'm the type, I don't really look at the scale though, because the scale doesn't account for they don't count for all that. So I don't really trust the scale. Argue with whoever you want to argue with. I don't really trust the scale. Relationship status. What's the tea on Jada's dating life on her world? I have not one man to my name. I swear to God, I don't know if y'all think I be talking to people, going on dates. I don't have no dating life. I don't have no talking life, no relation, nothing. I haven't talked to a man. Like, I haven't even texted anybody since like December, if I'm being 100% honest. Like, it just, I don't know I don't know if I don't be outside enough or what, but I haven't. Where they at? Marco Polo, like, where they at? I don't know. So yeah, like, my relationship status is single. Am I looking? I feel like I'm looking, like, I'm ready to date. I want a boyfriend, but I'm not settling. Like, my standards are like up here right now. So I feel like if you just can't match that, I'm not wasting my time, and I'm not settling like for anybody. So it's just kind of like I'm in a place where like I would rather be alone and lonely before I just settle for a piece of a boyfriend. No, not having it. So yeah, my dating life is pretty shitty. I don't even have, it's actually non-existent. I don't text nobody. It's dry. Travel vlog destination. So as of right now, I do not have any trips planned. Cruise, maybe I can just branch off to a cruise. I've never been on a cruise, but I don't want to plan anything extravagant until I move. Like, I want every single dime I make going to savings, so that I can just be so prepared to move. Because like I said, when I move, I don't want to come back for a while. Like, I don't want to have to worry about anything. Like, I want everything to be perfect. Like, I have this image in my mind of how I want my savings to look. Like, yeah. So as of now, if anything comes up, like, I'll let y'all know. I do want to implement a lot more travel into content, because I see that my solo trip vlog did amazing. So I really want to do another one of those and really like branch out. But I don't know the destination that I want to go. So I don't know. I do want to travel more though. Like, I really want to go places. Traveling is like therapy to me. I think like it's good, but sometimes it'll go bad because I feel like I may not be doing enough. And I think that goes back to what I was talking about earlier. I need to feel like I have to perform. I feel like I always have to outdo myself. Like, I bought AMG GLE 43 at 19. I'm like, what can I do to outdo that? And it's like, I feel like I stress myself out to think what I can do, the next big thing, the greatest thing that's gonna come next, without just being content in the moment. And that's just something that I'm trying to learn, to be very present. Feel like I need to overachieve. I am a perfectionist to the T. So anything that I do, I want it to be perfect. I want it to be perfect. So with that being said, it stresses me the hell out, because it's like I'm constantly thinking of what I can do that's gonna top what I've already done. I have to constantly be showing something, when in reality that's not reality. Just live life and do things because you want to do them. My YouTube is based off my life, not the other way around. My life isn't based off YouTube. So I say that to say, this is a real life story in the making. Nothing that I do is super duper curated for content. And I document my life. I love to do new things. I love to experience different things, but I always want to remain true to myself. And so with that being said, I never want to make it to the point where I am strictly doing everything in my life for YouTube. And that's where, as I get older, I'm trying to find the perfect balance, because I'm realizing, like, I don't want to post everything. I don't want every outing with a friend or every get together with my friends to be on camera. As much as that's content and everything is content, that mindset, sectors of my life, I have to be realistic and remember that as much as this is my job, this is my real life as well. So I've just been trying to find the perfect balance and not to feel like I'm just doing it for the internet. And this is why I'm being very open and vulnerable with y'all, because I could have very easily gotten a place like that, just anywhere. It might not have been what I wanted, but I had to very much be real with myself and say, Jada, this isn't exactly what you wanted. Yes, it will look good online, the picture's gonna hit, it's still gonna give that same vibe, the aesthetic, the kitchen is nice, yada yada yada, it's a private renter, you gonna get it, but it wasn't what I wanted. I feel like I have been improving with that, and I want to extend an apology out to y'all, because I know I said, like, y'all gonna see my face all 2024. January, February is up. Learned a lot, and I got everything out of my break that I needed. And y'all may say, like, I really didn't take a break. I feel like I did, because everything that I had planned on my agenda for January, it did not go how it was supposed to go. So in my eyes, I did take a break. I really only posted what I was obligated to post, outside of maybe a couple other videos. So I'm extending my apology out to y'all. I know some of y'all be like, you don't gotta apologize, but no, I'm gonna apologize, because if I make a commitment, if I dedicate myself to something and then I don't, and I'm not able to fulfill it, I feel like it's my duty to apologize. Working a lot on myself these next couple of months up until my birthday. I really plan on working on Jada internally and externally. So I hope y'all are able to see the growth. I have a lot of visions for myself. I have a lot of things that I want to accomplish. Business venture that I want to step into. A lot of y'all ask me about, like, digital products. I don't know if I'm necessarily interested in digital products, but there is another business venture that I am looking into, something very curated and tailored to me that is almost % fitting. I think y'all would like it. I'm really thinking about it, but again, this is something I gotta work for. And that's why I say I don't want to settle down for one thing, because my mind is so much further than that. I even been thinking about going to school for marketing. Baby. y'all probably like, girl, you want to go back to college? I honestly, truly, really want to. If I can find me like a nice little online program, I'm going to school. I feel like knowledge is power. And that's another thing I wanted to talk to y'all about. I am very intelligent. I don't know if I come across that way in my videos, or if y'all are able to pick up on that. But when it comes to book smart, I am very smart. Like, it's crazy, but I've always been smart. Straight A's. High school is another story, but I feel like I didn't apply myself in high school. But aside from that, and I don't even attribute grades to intelligence. I am very intelligent. So another thing that I've been kind of dealing with in my life is I don't feel stimulated. And when I say I don't feel stimulated, I like to learn. Something I like to do is pick up a book and learn something new. I like to come across a video and see something that I didn't know and go do tons of research on it. That's stuff that I like. That's stuff that I love. So I really want to kind of open that door and really give school another try. Cosmetology school was kind of that stepping stone to show me that I really can get through school if I wanted to. And cosmetology school, to me, is harder. I'm not going to say harder academically than college, but the dedication that it takes to go to school 365 days minus the weekends every single day was a lot. And I feel like if I could do that, I can literally push myself to get through college. So I don't know, I'm just all about building up my credentials and building up my resume, like licensed cosmetologist, bachelor degree in marketing, like, you know, anything that applies to what I do on here. I would love to have the knowledge behind it. And I feel like I'm on here selling products and I'm doing this, I want to start a business. I want to know the background behind it. I want to know all the logistics and the proper way to market, and you know, just stuff like that. And like I said, I love learning. I love things that stimulate my mind, and that will be the biggest thing that pushes me to go back to school, because I feel like I love life, don't get me wrong. I love that I'm able to do what I love for a living, but it's just, I don't know, I just want to learn some more. I love learning. It's just something about it. So I don't know, I feel like it challenges me, it tests me. Another thing with business ventures, y'all may think I'm crazy, but I want to write a book, novel. One fun fact about me that y'all may not know, I used to write books in middle school, and it's so crazy, but I had like a group of friends, and we had like this fan fiction of us and Mindless Behavior and Diggy. I think Diggy was my man. So like, I've always had a lot of passion when it comes to writing. I love, you know, creating fantasy worlds and just fantasy situations. I have such a huge imagination. Like, even people tell me all the time, like, girl, that is not real, that will never happen. In my mind, it will, because I just have such a strong imagination. I attribute that to me when I was younger. I watched so many like rom-coms and just so many different like movies that just put stuff into my mind, and I read so many books that I literally believe that the world is what you make it. And I just really want to write a novel. I want to write a fiction story, a love story, a drama story, some type of story. So that's something also that I'm looking into, and I kind of want to get started with. Nervous. If I do, I'll probably go under a pseudonym, so it won't be like under Jada Jonay. I'll probably say Jada Jonay for like a memoir or something like that, like a real life story. So many ideas in my brain, and it just be driving me crazy. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm juggling, but again, this coming year, I think this is just a year of just figuring out exactly what it is that I want to do, where I want to be, and all of that. And like I said, I want to bring you guys on this journey with me, and I hope you guys are down for the ride. I know the ride has already been very crazy, but it's just a part of life. I'm in my 20s, I'm young, no kids, no man. So it's just like, this is the time that I'm able to experience and up and do it all over again. I know the bulk of this was talking about me moving and what happened and yada, but I hope y'all really got some insight on my life and kind of where my mind frame is. Moving forward, I just want to move forward, look past it. Anything that happens, trust me, y'all will know. I really want to reiterate that, because it be giving the girls don't trust me sometimes. And everything that I say I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do it. I am 100% a woman of my word. If I'm not anything else, I am a woman of my word. I'm going to move to Atlanta. I'm going to stay in a high rise, and I'm gonna have it my way, point blank period. It may not be now, but it will be later, and that is just what's gonna happen, period. So yeah guys, we talked a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching. Comment down below anything that you would like to say to me, or any more questions that you may have, and we can kind of start a conversation down below. I hope this cleared up any and everything. You guys stick around for the rest of everything to come, because I have so many things exciting coming. I'm about to hit 300K. I'm blessed that I'm able to come back here and have this place for me. I literally feel like I'm in a studio apartment a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't ideal. It wasn't how I thought my year would start, but that is just gonna make me appreciate and love everything more once I get exactly what I want. I'm a believer that everything happens in due time, and like I said, do not rush the process, trust the process, and it'll be way more better. So now I'm gonna give y'all a little mini tour. I got my lights and stuff up, so disregard that, but I'll show y'all a little bit how the room is set up. And when you first walk in, I have like a dresser over here. I got this dresser from Whole Furniture. And then up here I just have some Forever Roses, some fragrances, and some jewelry. Mirror. And this name sign that I got from Etsy with my couch and my lamp. I have a little bar area over here, coffee station, and then like a bar right there. Here's my bed. And I got my pajamas laid out. Pajamas laid out for later. And my nightstand, and then my vanity. And yeah, you can't really tell, but this is a big room. It's very big, and I love the windows because it gives off natural light. Most importantly, before I close out this video, I just want to thank God for getting me this far. Without him, I would be nothing. And I feel like that is my biggest encouragement to keep going, just knowing and having trust and faith in God that I'm going to get to where I'm going by him, you know. And I always say this, but anything in life and anywhere that I'm going is already written. My life is already set in stone, so I cannot try to be the dictator of my life. I have to completely let go of control. I talked about this in my first girl talk of the year. I have to start moving on God's timing versus my own, because when I move on my own, I'm always disappointed. I gotta give all the honor to him first and foremost, before any of this. Thank you all for watching. I love you all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I probably talked y'all heads off. If you took something out of this video, it may not be my exact situation, but if you kind of have been experiencing the same kind of mindset or just things going on in life, just know that, just have that patience and everything will come to you in due time. And that's the biggest thing that I want anybody to take away from this video. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I hope I cleared up everything. I love you all. Thank you all. We on the road to 300K. And I'm gonna see you guys in my next freaking